everyone. Welcome back to another day of Nexus Grain Market Updates. It is Tuesday afternoon on the 9th of June. It's actually 5:23 p.m. It's kind of an unusual time for me to be sharing this recording with all of you. But things have kind of fallen where they have today. So let's just get to the market closes. Right now, bushel of corn is worth $3.87 to $3.83 across the Nexus terminals. That's up about a penny for old crop corn. New crop corn is $4.05. That's also, that looks like that's about steady from the previous session. Soybeans are down 2 pennies at $10.79 across the Nexus terminals. A little bit on that in a second. New crop soybeans are a range of $10.59 to $10.63. That's down 3.5 cents for new crop soybeans. I will tell you that old crop soybeans are up on average about 10 cents in one day. Our local basis levels have definitely taken a big jump. The commercial interests that use soybeans have gotten behind this market, really pressed it. And we followed through suit with anywhere from 10 to in a couple of places, couple of select places, 15 cents. So this is a good opportunity to maybe market some old crop soybeans that you're still waiting to do something with. As far as what's really going on, the crop conditions are really what's pushing our decline in prices. For a second week in a row, 67% of the U.S. corn crop is in good to excellent. Most of the Nexus trade territory, by and large, most of that is good to excellent. Somewhere in the 90 to 95%, and a few scattered pockets of fair and maybe a little bit of poor, but you have to look for it. Soybeans, again, week on week, 65% across the nation, good to excellent. Soybeans are a little bit more difficult to evaluate when they're small. They really look good right now. Again, on the 9th of June, nobody's ever been able to predict a yield. All we can do is plug in our trend lines and go. Do want to talk a little bit about what's going on in our markets. There's been a considerable amount of fund liquidation, and as the contemporary expression goes, follow the money. On the 8th of May, the speculative community, professional fund managers, they were long 357,000 contracts of corn. Right now, they've shaved that down to around 20 to 25,000 as of yesterday. Soybean market, likewise, haven't been quite as aggressive as sellers in the bean market, although the beans have tumbled considerably in price. We'll go back to the same date, 8th of May, right around 218,000 contracts long. We settled that out at around 85,000 just yesterday. So, yeah, in a month, soybeans, they've lightened up to the tune of about what? Make about 45% of their long position that they had held a month ago is where we're at now. Probably one of the greater things that doesn't really get talked about much is the currencies. Our U.S. dollar right now has recovered considerably in the past 10 trade days versus the Brazilian real. The U.S. dollar has gained about 6% versus the Brazilian real. That's another component, translates directly into pressure on soybean prices, soybean meal prices, soybean oil prices. The entire complex will experience that same pressure when we have such currency play. Curiously, though, one of the things that I wanted to point out, and I don't talk about this a lot on this recording for this audience, the spreads, corn makes a lot of sense. Right now we have around 53 to 54% of a bushel of corn is in what we call full carry. About 53% of full carry is where we're seeing from the July to the December market. Again, that's the component, that is the percentage component of the cost of carry that the spec community is willing to do. Soybeans, which had been inverted, and I believe they should remain that way, they've actually gone through a bit of a carry, 36% carry from the July to the November. That's a thing that doesn't really make a great deal of sense. Again, what my opening statements were, our bean basis has crept up very considerably in a very short period of time. Real reason for that is strength in the nearby markets. That's really the market telling everyone, look, the nearby market is strong, don't hold for long. The speculative community seems to be flying in the face of that piece of reality. So we'll see how that pans out, but for right now, that number is 35%. Export numbers are pretty good. Corn number, and I'm sure you've heard this long by now, 75.2 million, right at the top end of the trade. In fact, it was a little bit above the top of the trade. We're on pace right now for around 3.4 million bushels of corn to export out of here. It's about 5% above pace. We're going to have a WASD report in a couple of days on the 11th. We'll see then what the new numbers are, new stocks to use ratio. But for right now, that's where I'm hanging my hat, around 340 on the soybeans. Corn, 2.1 to 2.2 billion. That makes sense that we have the carry that we have. We have a 27-cent carry right now into the new crop. That's probably sufficient this time of year and for the type of carry out that we have. Mind you, back in January, that number was 0. So that has actually woke up and come along considerably. Our soybean number, 14.6, nothing really great to report. We're on pace to export about 1.5 billion soybeans. The other report that's coming out that I really want to mention to the crowd today is that on the 30th of June, we will have a stock, what I used to call the stocks in all positions report. It's our acreage and stocks report. It is a number that particularly those in the commercial side rely upon very heavily to gauge the amount of local disappearance, the amount of national disappearance, and where the remaining stocks are located. So we have a couple weeks left to see what that number will bring. As far as what's really going on in our weather, we do have a very well-developed El Nino persisting in the Pacific. What that's translating into, the 6 to 10, 8 to 14 day forecast. Last I seen was still posting below normal, below average temps. You wouldn't know that if you were in Iowa today. It's a little steamy out there right now, and normal precip. Precip really isn't anything that we're needing right now. If you are a lover of precip, keep an eye on what's going on west of the Missouri River. Things are a little dry over there right now. I'm going to have a hard time keeping up in Nebraska with the pivots, and yeah, we're gonna have a difficult time hitting any really great numbers right now out of Nebraska. Otherwise, everything in the I-states, we're looking really great. Iowa looks good. Illinois, Indiana, you name it. The heart of the growing region, we're shaping up to have a good crop at least here in early June. Let's hope it stays that way. That's really about it that I have for everybody. Trying to keep things a little short for today. I want to thank all of you for your business. And if you haven't received our text message today about the soybeans, reach out to one of us if you'd like to be added to the list. We certainly are relying upon our app as a mechanism for outreach. I've gotten quite a bit of feedback already today after that launch. That was just about an hour and a half ago. So thank you for everything, and we'll see you soon. Goodbye now.